Hello chaps and chapasses, welcome to another Parry's Pickups video. It's been a relatively short time since we did the last one, but I'm happy to be here again, another week down and some more pickups. So what do we have? Well, I'm going to start off with the best haul of the week from a Danish supermarket. This was a kind of situation where you just can't believe your eyes when you see the prices. When I saw these, I had to really root in a bargain bin. The bargain bin was full of DVDs, and I like film, and I was looking to see any bargains in there, things I wanted to watch. And to my surprise, I found some video games in there as well. A lot of Mario games, actually, DS Mario games. And so Nintendo games usually keep their value. Sealed DS Mario games are usually rather pricey. Not on this occasion. First off, Mario Kart DS, 50 kroner. This is £5 for a brand new copy of Mario Kart DS. Unbelievable. Next up, Mario Party DS, same price. New Super Mario Brothers, same price. So they're all regular DS games. As is this one, Super Mario 64 DS, again, same price. And moving on to 3DS games, Mario 3D Land, £5, same price, brand new. Mario Kart 7, honestly, these games are upwards of 30 quid, these two at least. You're looking to pay at least 30 for these. And I got them for £5 each. There's 60 quid's worth of game there for 10 quid. I honestly, I can't get over that. Now, okay, I do actually own most of these games already. And the only ones out of that bunch, I don't own a box copy of that, so that's alright, isn't it? I don't own this Mario Party DS, or I used to have Mario Kart DS, but I traded it in, I think, back when one of the Pokemon games came out. Because I used to play it online with friends, and then that sort of died down. I really wasn't playing it on my own. Mario Kart 7 came along, and that was fulfilling my Mario Kart needs, so it wasn't a game I was particularly looking for. But at that price, well, I couldn't resist it. So, wow, I don't think it's ever going to get any better than that. I think that was the ultimate gaming haul, maybe of my lifetime. That blows my mind. And so do these two, which were from the same bargain bin. Forza Horizon 2, £5, brand new, Xbox One. Forza 5, £5. Now, I wasn't looking at picking up Forza 5 because I got Forza 6 with my Xbox One. So, Forza 5, really, I felt like probably going back a step. I don't know actually how much this game differs from Forza 6, but we'll see. I'll certainly give it a go. Forza Horizon 2 was a game I actually wanted and was put off buying it because it's still got a reasonably high price tag. So I actually found this on my second trip. I thought I'd cleaned out the bin, everything that was any interest, but I found this on my next trip to buy some chicken. So can't argue with that. Another 3DS title here I picked up. Sonic Lost World. This was 100 kroner, about £10, brand new from a Danish toy shop called BR. And when I first saw this, I was like, have I got that? I can't quite, I'd be very surprised if I haven't already got this. And it's terrible when you have that moment where you can't remember what games you own, but something in the back of my head told me, no, you don't have that, Tom. And so I double checked, the next time I went back it was still there. I'm very happy to have this. I quite enjoyed it on the Wii U, sorry. I completed this game on the Wii U. After I got past the initial issues I had with it, like having to hold down a button to run was like, and some of the level design isn't great in places, but for the most part it's a pretty enjoyable Sonic game and definitely one of the better 3D ones. And from what I've played with this version, it's very similar to the Wii U version. Moving on, something I picked up yesterday from my friend Matt Boyle, who I host a podcast with, Tom Matt Attack. You can check it out on iTunes. Not exciting, but as we were doing the podcast, I glanced over my shoulder and saw Matt had this tucked away under a desk. And I've often seen this out there in the wild, never picked it up, but I'd quite fancied picking it up because I like golf games. Tiger Woods is a pretty good series. This all play thing intrigued me. I wanted to check out what all play means, but a Tiger Woods motion control golf game for Wii, I thought, why not? So I picked this up. 20 kroner, £2. Next up was me and Matt also went to a little bit of a flea market here in Denmark in the town of Vejle, and this is really cool. You know, it costs 35 kroner to get in, about 350. Roughly. I mean, these prices are all very rough because the exchange rate obviously is changing quite often, but you can usually say every 10 kroner is a pound, approximately. So it cost a little bit to get in, but was it worth it? And I'd say yes. There was a guy selling quite a lot of video games. Some of them retro, so we had Super Nintendo and NES. No Mega Drive or Master System I could see, but he's leaning towards the Nintendo side of things with some Game Boy games and some Game Boy Advance, DS games, PS1, PS2, Xbox 360. Can't remember if there's any original Xbox there or not, but I didn't find much, to be honest. I did find a DS Turtles arcade game, which I wasn't so familiar with. I think when Ubisoft got the Turtles license, they made a game for the DS, which was either a remake of one of the classic Turtles side-scrolling beat-em-ups or an original one in that same sort of style. It was 100 kroner. I probably could have got the guy down on the price, but to tell you the truth, when I started digging through the PS2 games, I forgot about it. Now, something in the back of my head is telling me the game's worth a little bit, or it's a little bit obscure. I don't know. I haven't checked it, and I'm kind of don't want to check it just in case it is worth a bit, and I didn't pick it up because I would have liked the game. You know, not purely picking it up because it's worth something, but I do like Turtles, and it was a game that I was quite intrigued about. So what I got from there was 5 PS2 games. He was doing a deal 5 for 100, which I thought was fair. So, first of all, I'll show you what convinced me to actually pick some games up was I've been purchasing a lot of light gun games on eBay. You don't see these in my pickup videos because all my eBay purchases go to the UK. So when I next go back, I'll certainly do a few videos for you talking about what I picked up off eBay. But so light gun games is my thing at the moment, and I found Virtual Cop Elite Edition. This was 25 krona each, but then obviously 5 for 100. So I had to get that one. Sticking with Sega, I also found Sega Bass Fishing Duel. So with these two in hand, I was like, well, I'll go for the whole 5 games for 100 then. Matt found this one for me, RC Revenge Pro, which is a remake of a PS1 game. Not the greatest reviewed game, I found out later, but what appealed to me was it was a miniature racing game, and I really like these. So I haven't played this one. I'm quite interested in giving that a go. Micro Machines V4. I missed this one. This was in one of the bargain bins, this guy's stall, and yeah, I totally passed it over. And when I was looking for more games to make up 5, Matt found this. So again, it's a similar thing to RC Revenge. But what confused me slightly is when you look up Micro Machines games on Wikipedia. I know Wikipedia is not always the best source of information, but it totally misses out a game simply called Micro Machines, which I also have on the PS2. And I was wondering, is V4 and Micro Machines the same game? Micro Machines is a very impressive game that felt to me like a sequel to V3. So when I find V4, which I knew existed, but when I can't find any information on the other one, I think I need to do a bit more digging. But I'm under the impression V4 is a unique game, not the same as the simply Micro Machines titled game. So I'm going to give that a shot. To make up 5, Mad Maestro, which is a rhythm game where you conduct a band, and if you just read the back here, it says recruit a reporter, a lion, a supermodel, a fisherman, space aliens to play in your oddball orchestra. And it's got classical music such as Brahms, Strauss, Mozart, Tchaikovsky, Schubert, Beethoven. So quite unique. It's not often you come across a rhythm game that deals with classical music. Especially in a very oddball Japanese type way. So this was one of those games that came over from a company called Fresh Games, who were releasing Japanese games over in Europe. They also did, what's that one? Mr. Mosquito, which is a mosquito simulator, which, you know, being a bit kooky, I'm very interested in trying that out. So that's my little PS2 haul from the flea market yesterday. There's one more PS2 game that I picked up recently from Blue City, my usual haunt. It used to be a Blockbuster Video, then it became a second-hand shop. And they seem to be getting a constant stock of retro games. When I say retro, it's they do get the odd Super Nintendo game in, but you know, few and far between. They do recently. I've been getting a lot of PS2 in, so I found this one, All Star Fighters, which is a game I'd totally forgotten about, to be honest. I'm a big fighting fan and I actually collect fighting games for the PS1 mostly, but of course I'd say actually pretty much for the PS2 as well. So I've got most of the fighting games on PS2, and when I say fighting games, I mean one-on-one fighters. And this is one I'd totally forgotten about, and at one point I was really looking for this game. But I found it. And this is as it says, All-Star Fighters is a budget series of games, probably most famous for this one, Zombie Hunter character. I forget her name. She's got a longer name that's a little hard to pronounce. Can you remember what it is? Probably you can say down in the comments. But she's got a long lineage of video games. But it also includes characters from Earth Defense Force, great series by the same developers. And this, let's go here, Demolition Girl. I have that PS2 game. What another curious Japanese oddity that is. So, very happy to find this and add to the fighting game collection. Now, I can't wait to give it a go, actually. I'm not anticipating it's going to be amazing, but we'll certainly see. I picked up a couple of other games as well. I know it's a long list this week, isn't it? But they're not here at my desk, so we're going to do a quick whiz around the room, and so I can show you. There's that one. And where's the other one? There it is. Okay, I'm coming back. This is becoming a bit of a tradition in these videos. Okay, game I was playing this morning that I picked up yesterday, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Ooh, yes. Now, I've been thinking about getting this game for a while, and when at the price it was £25, between 50 krona, with 25% off, it cost me about just over 18 quid, 19 quid. So, yes, very happy with that. And I'd encourage anybody who really enjoyed Mario 3D World to pick this up, because it's like a companion piece. Of course, it was based around a little mini game, I suppose you'd call it, in Mario 3D World, where you control Toad through a three-dimensional puzzle world, and hard to describe actually, isn't it? And you have to move the camera around to see where you're going, and it's a puzzle game, but production value is incredibly high. It's got the same visual flair as Mario 3D World. It is a definite companion piece to that game. Anyone enjoy that game, you owe it to yourself to pick this up, because even though Toad can't jump like Mario, it creates a very unique, very satisfying, addictive experience. 70 levels long. Played for an hour this morning. I've done 11 levels. They get progressively harder, so I am anticipating this to get very tricky. So still plenty of value within this game. Maybe not the longest game in the world, but neither was 3D World, really. I suppose, you know. Actually, I did play that quite a lot. Look forward to giving this another crack. Great game. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. So, not so long ago, I picked up Ninja Gaiden Sigma for PS3 he's familiar with the game from the original Xbox. And then, of course, Ninja Gaiden 2 came out on Xbox 360. I didn't play much of it, to be honest, but I do like the Ninja Gaiden games. And this adds some extra content that wasn't available in Ninja Gaiden 2 on Xbox 360, and at the price of 50 kroner, £5, I couldn't resist it. The game is a bit grimy. I just mention that because it's unusual. I found a game that's the manual's encrusted in some sort of slimy, greasy dirt, and the same can be said about the disc. This has been left on a very dirty table for a long while and has built up a thin layer, well, quite a thick layer of grime across the back of the disc, to the point where, I don't even want to touch that thing. That I should have checked the disc before buying it, but it doesn't look to actually be any real scratches. Maybe some very slight ones. Most of it is grime. Oh, hello. And yeah, this game needs cleaning, and I'm definitely going to have to wash my hands after touching this thing because it's not very clean at all. So I'm going to place that over there. And yeah, to my amazement, we finished this under 20 minutes. I thought we'd definitely be talking about these games for a little while longer. That's good. Let's keep it to the point. So, thank you for checking out this video. Whenever I pick up games here in Denmark, I will share with you what I find. It's great to find bargains. It's great to be able to share those bargains with you. Maybe if you're in Denmark, live here, then you can also take advantage of some of these deals that I found here in Denmark. That's also a great advantage of these videos. So yeah, thanks again. Keep playing and collecting, and game on. Bye for now.